Across the country, college graduates are heading out into the job market. As they celebrate their accomplishments, there is plenty of uncertainty, especially with the rapid growth of AI, which is taking entry-level jobs and also being used to look through resumes. The dean of the Gies College of Business at the University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign, is Brooke Elliott, and she joins us now live. I'm sure a lot of people are saying, what can we do? So let's begin with the process. If AI, not humans, is weeding through these resumes, how do graduates stand out?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. And so employers that I've spoken to, they do use a two-tiered process. And so many of them do use AI on the front end, but what I'm hearing more and more is they are definitely putting humans in second and third and final round interviews. So that's great news. What I'm also hearing from employers is what individuals can do to stand out is really to lean into their uniquely human skills, which might be, a little surprising, but I hear more and more. It's can individuals demonstrate critical thinking, communication skills, storytelling? Can they engage in that storytelling around the experiences that they describe on their resume? So the answer in the age of AI is to be human, which we can all do.
But if the first phase is having to get through that sort of AI wall, I know for my young adult children, they were sort of copy pasting from the job listing because they said, oh, there's keywords that AI is going to pick up. So if it's basically you're using the tech and then tech is looking at it, how do you let them know that I'm better than the last person who copy pasted this?
Yeah. So I would start with maybe try not copy pasting. Although I know that's a really natural place to start. And we have students through our career office all the time, and they're asking these questions. Most students and graduates have had real experiences, and so they've learned by doing, and they've interacted with a client, whether that's a live client or they've interacted with someone within a classroom. And so what I'm sharing with students is really, you might list experiences, but add a little color around those experiences. Can you say something, which really helps you to lean into those skills that I just described? Can you demonstrate critical thinking? Can you demonstrate problem solving? And can you demonstrate that ability to storytell? And so now more than ever, I think it's not creating a boilerplate, resume or a boilerplate LinkedIn profile, but it's can you exhibit your strong human skills through those different mediums?
What about for those who say, I can, but AI is replacing jobs? What would you say to that? Is it also creating opportunities? Is there anything positive here?
Yes, there is. There is a lot of positives. There are a lot of positives. And what I would say is, yes, some of those entry level jobs, or at least the tasks that you used to do in those entry level jobs are going away. But the entry level jobs still exist. It's just that graduates are expected to come in and operate at a higher level. And for many graduates, that's actually quite exciting because, I'm an accountancy faculty member, and many of our students don't want to go in and do reconciliation. They want to be in client meetings. They want to make decisions under uncertainty. They want to actually be in that managerial role. What that does mean, though, is as academic institutions, we are now responsible for producing graduates that have those higher level skills that they used to really learn, year one and year two in many intro level roles. So there is a good news story here.
So two major companies in Chicago I know are spearheading some help, may have some answers. You're working with them. Can you give us a bit of a preview?
Yes. So tomorrow, as part of the Lincoln Forum, I'm going to join HR lead from United Airlines and also director of workforce development from P33. And we're going to dive a bit deeper into the exact questions that we've been discussing here. And so we will talk about, the concerns, and the concerns are real. And so I want to, first make sure that graduates understand and individuals know that, we understand the fear and uncertainty, but really we're trying to empower individuals with the knowledge so that they can continue to be successful in what is an ever-changing work environment.
Well, that's great because we definitely need more time to talk about this. Dean Elliott, thank you. That virtual panel discussion for the Lincoln Forum of what comes next for graduates is on May 27th.